When I look at Houston, this hasn't been an ideal launch to their season. They're really going to have to find a nice win streak to get back in that top spot.
Well, yeah, they're not in a bad position, but they clearly have room to improve. But having said that, most franchises in this league would trade with them in a minute.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And for New Orleans, Fears out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Sadiq Bey. Then it's Herb Jones. And it's Queen in at the center position. We should be in for a fast-paced game tonight, Legs. Two teams that like to get out and run.
Yeah, you're about to see a track meet out there. Both teams want to get up and down. You're going to see that scoreboard lit up.
And here's New Orleans now, after Houston's three-pointer on the other end. Bey from long range, on target from range.
And what an assertive shot by Bey, putting down the answer.
Outside Durant. They double-team Durant. The 3 from Thompson. It doesn't go for him. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to speak with James Borrego for a minute. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, Coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Thompson outside. Pass to Okogie. 6 to shoot. An open look for Durant. Cash money on the open jump shot. Durant's got 5 now.
And KD getting to his spot there. He thrives in the mid-range.
Here's Queen. Here's Fears. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Some room here for Jones. Again, the Pelicans good for 2. Here's Thompson. It's a 3-point game. Smith outside. Thompson with a screen. Pass to Durant for 3. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, smooth and focused. KD is so polished, so prolific.
Here's Queen. The 3 ball. Kevin Durant pulls it in. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because they're certainly due for some better luck.
Now here's Durant. 27 points his last game. The 3 from Thompson, and that comes off the assist by Durant.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games. Second, the Rockets.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
Here's Queen. 33 points last game. To the inside. Jones, the pass to Bey. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly. And the Pelicans miss again.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
Thompson with it. Really had his troubles in that loss to Dallas. He just couldn't find his rhythm. Here's Queen, covered by Smith. Outside Inside for Bay. Here's the three. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
All about confidence in these moments. Bay able to attack immediately.
Right side Durant. Pass to Okogie. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
And that was a tough loss. 1 or 2 breaks go their way, and it's a totally different outcome.
The most discouraging part about that loss is that they actually played very well. Man, that could be frustrating.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Smith with a screen on Jones. For 3, Durant. And it's Queen with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Fears. Here's Bay. They set a pick. Takes the 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's Okogie. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
Yeah, great heads-up play by Durant. Reading the floor and finding the guy with the best shot available.
Here's Fears. Still without a bucket. Bay with a screen. Inside. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Pass to Okogie. Back to Thompson. Houston working the ball around. Durant drives in. Over Jones. And Bay pulls it down. New Orleans has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Here's Fears. Here's Queen, covered by Smith. Queen, pass to Bay. Here's Fears. On the wing, Jones. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Thompson left side. Smith outside. Pass to Okogie. Now here's Durant. Jacks up a 3. Sinks it from distance. Durant's got 11 points.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Time called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. This is the first they're seeing of Houston. Shepard, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Fears. Still no points. Pass to Queen. The 3 is up. Thompson pulls it in. The Rockets lead by 3. Smith outside. Now Durant. 11 points in the game. Here's Shepard. The 3. And that comes off the assist by Durant. For 3. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, Shepard can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
For 3, Fears. And again, New Orleans no good. And it's Şengün with the ball for the Rockets. Well, Tim, Kevin Durant, the winner of the 2025 Magic Johnson Award, recognized for his grace with the media.
Well, he is willing to engage with the media and the fans, B.A., even on a range of topics. He'll weigh in and give his thoughts.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Jones. Now Bay. Down low. Here's Queen. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Here's Shepard. coming off a 12-point game. Thompson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Fader on the way. And Bay pulls it down.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
Pass to Jones. Bay with a screen on Durant. To the left wing. Here's Fears. No points so far. Drills it from deep.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Now here's Durant. They lead by 4. Smith outside. Pass to Şengün. Fires for 3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. New Orleans has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. And here's Bay. Jones up top. And the dunk by Jones.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So both teams changing it up here. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Alperen Şengün.
Through the last 10 games, we've seen his rebounding numbers start to slide. He's not being as aggressive on the glass, not like he was earlier on in the season. He needs to get that fire back.
Houston in the lead. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real-life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Back to you guys.
He plays without fear. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. That one's off. Well, Grant, we are creeping closer to the halfway point of the season, and some teams have really found their identity.
Yeah, that's right, B.A. We know who most of these squads are now, and their opponents do too. And as the year goes on, the better the scouting reports get.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Smith, he's checked in for Green, and it's Davison in for Holiday. And he's good on the second. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Brad.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
The score now all even. Bay's got 11.
Well, Bay knows his team needs this from him, and he's just finding ways to get productive at the arc.
Here's Davison. To the middle. And here's Adams. From 7, it's good. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
To the paint. Here's Queen. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Here's Davison. Pass to Tate. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Right wing. Beyond the arc. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks. We've
got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Shepherd. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün comes in for Smith. Crawford comes in for Davison. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
And Looney with the slam.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Here's Shepherd. 6 points for him. Şengün, the screen. Now here's Tate, guarded closely. And here's Shepherd for three. Pelicans cleared away.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And Houston making a change here. Holiday is checked in. .32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it's off from three-point range.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Back to Looney. Over Adams. And it's New Orleans with another.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Here's Shepherd. The three is up. It's been all about Saddiq Bey for New Orleans. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
We've got Jordan Poole, Yves Missi out there with Kevon Looney. Then there's Jose Alvarado. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. They get the rebound. Outside Tate. Fires the three. No good on the shot. New Orleans leading by 4. Poole outside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Personal foul.
Tim, looking at Jordan Poole, how much you think learning from Stephen Curry helped him out?
Well, B.A., he's been a great role model for Poole on and off the court, showing how to approach the game and inspiring that confidence they both share to take big shots.
Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
Now here's Şengün, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Along with everything he can do in the paint, Şengün's mid-range game provides some pop as well.
Pass to Looney. Poole from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. Poole's got 8 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Back to Holiday. To the inside. Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Now Now here's Alvarado. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Poole outside. Clock at 6. No good from outside. Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Shepherd. Over Poole. And it's Shepherd missing.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Back to Alvarado. Launches a 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Holiday surveying the floor. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
The Pelicans lead by 7. Alvarado outside. It's Poole on the wing. Lets it fly. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
And you see Jordan Poole off the ball, always ready to catch and release. Shoot that rock, Jordan.
Here's Shepherd. He has 6. Holiday from long range. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
To the wing on the left. Back to Alvarado. Poole with the ball. He's got 10. Pass to Misi. Now here's Alvarado. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Right side Holiday to the middle. And Şengün throw it down.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Looney. Oh, look at Looney finding space inside.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Rockets. Amen Thompson comes in for Holiday. Here's Shepherd. He has 6. Lets the 3 fly. Durant's shot is off.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Lets it go from deep. And Trey Murphy gets a 3. And now it's a 9-point New Orleans lead.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Here's Shepherd, giving him some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Shot is up, 5 to shoot. Durant with the bucket. Durant's got 13.
Watch how Durant disrupts the defense with the pick and roll, creating an opening for himself.
Picked by Misi. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Outside Durant. Lets it go from 11. Durant taking it in close.
Yeah, and one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
Now Poole. He's got 10. Poole working the interior.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Pass to Şengün. Here's Durant. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 17 points in the game. And here's New Orleans now. Poole looking it over. Shot from the wing. Adams grabs the miss. Rockets trail by 7. And here's Şengün. 11 points in the game. Pass to Shepherd. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Can't get it to fall. Now 5 of 7.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Now here's Poole, defended by Thompson. Here's Fears. Poole outside. Oh, what an effort by Poole!
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Now here's Durant. 17 points in the game. The crossover. What a terrific move that is. Durant's got 19 points.
Slick dribble move by KD, allowing him to convert.
And the Pelicans call time here. Queen, he's checked in for New Orleans. Bay comes in for Poole. And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Smith comes in for Şengün. And Okogie is subbed in for Shepherd. New Orleans leading by 7. Here's Fears. Pass to Queen. Down low. Banked it in off the glass. Fears has got his second basket on the night.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Durant against Jones. Smith outside. And here's Capella. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And what do you know? Capella with the high percentage look. That's his motto.
Pass to Bay. Fires from deep. Rockets with a rebound. Thompson outside. Here's Okogie. Now here's Capella. Thompson outside. 4-3. And it's Queen with a rebound. The Pelicans lead by 7. Here's Fears. He's got 5. And he lays it up and in. Queen's got 6.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. A new generation is entering the league, and Draymond Green said these young dudes talk a lot of mess. I don't mind it at all. It's just weird to be in a space where they're like, man, I watched you my whole life. But then they're also talking crazy, saying, you had your run, you're old now. Brian, back to you.
Yeah, it flipped quick, doesn't it? Thank you, Allie. So it's the Pelicans now, following the score by Houston, and he gets that one. Queen's got 4 points in the quarter.
Smart pass by Bay off the pick and roll. He found a guy with a better look.
Jones against Durant. Durant draws the double. Pass to Okogie. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
3 points.
Durant's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Queen misses. Rockets trail by 6.
2 minutes.
Right side Durant to the paint. And stolen by Bay. For 3, Fears. Counted from distance. Give him 8 points now.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
You know, Grant, with the young Jeremiah Fears, the focus seems to be on his potential upside.
Yeah, he scores well, has a decent passing game, but there's room for more polish in other areas. As long as he works hard on developing, he'll reach that next level.
Here's Fears after the basket by Houston. And they call an illegal screen here. And this gives us a chance to check in on the season's best three-point shooting teams. The Rockets second.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
Rockets trail by 7. On the wing, Thompson. He's got 5. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And attacking with reckless abandon, somehow Thompson able to get through.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for 1.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
1:07 left in the half. Pass to Bay. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Here's Okogie. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Pass to Durant. KD out here flexing on people.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Here's Fears, defended by Thompson. Day outside. 15 seconds left to play in the half. Jones from outside. Smith with the rebound. Pass to Okogie. There's the triple. Up again.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
What a performance for Jordan Poole. He's been the story for the Pelicans. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And looking at the Trailblazers matchup, this will be a good challenge. If they could come in, play with intensity, and sustain that, they'll be right there at the end, Shaq.
I want to see how they play.
Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they've needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker, he's done a great job moving the ball around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch-up.
New Orleans in the lead. So the Rockets 5 now. KD and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Josh Okogie is out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Bey. 6 on the shot clock. And there's a pick. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith inside. Bey's there. The game now all tied up.
And looks like Smith is already getting stronger. He's looking to add some muscle, and that finish through contact is a great sign.
Here's Fears. Pass to Bey. Here's Queen. Over to the left wing. Jones sets a screen. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Durant. To the inside. Smith outside for the lead. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got assist number 7 tonight.
This is Smith's game. Set him up, and he'll knock him down.
Here's Fears. Give him 8. Pass to Jones. There's a screen. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
And here's Smith. Houston working the ball around. Jones comes with a double team. Okogie, the pass to Durant. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Pass to Queen. Inside. Here's Bey. Misses off the left iron.
Bad offense to begin the second half. 4 misses right off the bat.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Thompson, and another basket for Houston.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Timeout called. The Pelicans. Megs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that you keep long-term.
Play D, do the dirty work, stay in the rotation.
About sums it up.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Pass to Fears. Here's Queen. To get back on track. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. That sends Kevin Durant to the free throw line. It's going to be on Saddiq Bey, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Personal foul.
Find the lanes.
First
Find the
team
lanes.
foul.
1 shot.
At the line for the Rockets, Kevin Durant. At the line for 1.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
And the dunk by Bey.
Yeah, and Bey showing us a little of everything tonight. I mean, he's been terrific.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Back to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got 3 assists now in this one.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Fears. Give him 8 points now. Bay from long range. It's rebounded by Şengün.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Crafty move. Smith. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Fears. Pass to Bay. Bay with a screen on Durant. Back to Bay. And the dunk by Bay.
Yeah, flashing that athleticism. Bay really packs a punch on these dunks.
Outside Durant. Back to Thompson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. A peek now at our rookie leaderboard to see who led the way in steals this past month. 2nd, Reed Shepherd. 4th, Jeremiah Fears.
These two rookies have brought it on the defensive end as of late, just racking up those steal totals.
Pelicans trail by 9. Pass to Bay. The 3. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, he was shooting the ball from deep in the first half, but he's come up dry ever since.
Thompson scanning the floor. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Fears. Give him 8 points now. Bay with a screen from behind the arc. The Rockets pull it in. To the middle. And stolen by Bay. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Shot clock at 5. Knocks down the triple. Bay's got 7 now in this quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Thompson. 14 points for him. Pass to Durant from deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 10.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Now Bay, covered by Smith. Here's Fears. Fires the 3. That shot off.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
Okogie. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got 4 assists now tonight.
And there's the patience right there. Şengün surveys the floor and finds his guy.
Here's Fears. Give him 8. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. No good on the 3. Houston leading by 13. Okogie, the pass to Smith. Şengün with it. He's got 13. Houston needs to get off a shot. Stolen by Jones. Pass to Fears. Outside Jones. Drives to the hoop. That one falls. Jones has got 9.
Just making it look good. The finger roll, such a classy move.
Back to Thompson. And he banks in the layup. 16 points for him.
He is dialed in right now, perfect from the field this quarter.
Pass to Bay. Three-pointer. Thompson pulls it in.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Smith outside. Thompson with a screen. From downtown. Smith, that one's good. Smith's got 8 points in the quarter.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Pass to Bay. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Bay's got 22.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel in any sport. Do you agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Here's Shepard, guarded by Poole. Pass to Davison. Here's Shepard, lets it fly. And Bay pulls it down. Bay's got 4 rebounds now. Poole outside. Shoots over Shepard. Poole shot is off. Houston leading by 14. Here's Davison. And the layup is good.
Yeah, the question was Shepard. Can he facilitate enough? And that's a good sign for the rookie.
Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And it's Green off the drive. And it's hammered home by Green.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Now here's Poole. He's got 14. There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter of the game. Offensive rebound. Here's Davison. He drops it from range. Davison's got 5 now.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Now Poole. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. 5 on the clock. Pass to Bay. Here's Alvarado. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Houston leading by 21. 29 seconds left in the third. Here's Shepard from the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Shepard's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Poole outside. Bay outside, launches it. It's not going to go for him, and so it's Houston. A huge 24-point lead for them. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. reading the defense like a point guard.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Yves Missi out there with Kevon Looney. Then there's Jose Alvarado. Then it's Jordan Poole. That's the Pelicans 5. Shepherd, that's good.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Alvarado outside. Pass to Poole. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. That sends Alperen Sengun to the free throw line. It goes on Yves Missi. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And they have left the defense scrambling because they have found success in the paint, which has allowed them to play inside out.
That free throw good from Sengun. And you watch Alperen Sengun. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Poole shot is off.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Pass to Shepherd. Let's go with a 3. Adams. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. And that one's good. Poole.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Sengun. All right, Tim, you've covered the NBA for a long time now. What's one thing you wish you could change about how we cover the game?
Well, I think there's a temptation to boil it down to hot takes, and I'd much rather see us cover the appreciation that we all have for the nuances of the actual basketball.
The game has never been more skilled than it is right now.
Totally agree.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And what separates Sengun from most other pivots is his level of skill, plus his basketball IQ, a really polished player.
That one misses. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And he converts the layup.
Well, as a defender, it's hard to overcome a height disadvantage when you're that close to the basket.
Here's Shepherd. Alvarado defending. Pass to Sengun. Here's Shepherd. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his first foul.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Queen, he's checked in for Looney. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Green is checked in. Here's Crawford. And here's Tate outside. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Queen's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
Here's Shepherd. After New Orleans, three-pointer on the other end. Pass to Tate. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now here's Alvarado. Back to Poole. Puts up a three. And again, it's New Orleans with a three.
And there's not a ton of time left. They're still in the game.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's Shepherd missing.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
When Jordan Poole is dialed in, particularly on the offensive end of the floor, he can be a real problem. The issue has always been consistency.
Free throw good. Poole. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün checked in for Green. Durant comes in for Tate. And it's Thompson in for Crawford.
Yeah, you have to admire the confidence that Poole plays with. He wouldn't be where he is without it.
Pass to Shepherd. There's the three. The Pelicans pull it in. Queen's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Alvarado right side. Poole right side. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Shepherd. Poole shot is off. Houston leading by 20. Thompson with it. Guarded now by Alvarado. Pass to Shepherd. Launches a three. Houston with another miss.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Sends it home from three-point land.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And here's Durant. Good work there as it goes. Durant's got 31 points.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Picked by Misi. Poole against Thompson. Now here's Poole. Not a lot of room to the left side wing. Queen misses. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 19-point game. Pass to Shepherd. And it's Poole with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Legs talking about Trey Murphy. Just how good can he become?
Well, his improvement has really been something to watch, B.A. He's a talented scorer and shooter who also does a great job moving the ball. And the scary thing is he has more room to improve.
First one falls for him. Some changes for New Orleans. Sadiq Bey, he's checked in for Misi. Jones comes in for Poole. And it's Fears in for Alvarado. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Smith, he's checked in for Adams. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Rockets lead by 17. Thompson outside. For three, Durant. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Fears. Bay outside. Now here's Jones. Takes the 3. Fires, hitting the triple.
Yeah, what a dish from Bay. Kept his eyes up the floor and found an open teammate.
The Rockets have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Şengün. Here's Shepherd. And here's Durant, defended by Jones. Lets it go from deep, and that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. Durant's got 11 points here in the second half.
And how's this for a response? Durant enjoys coming right back down and delivering the cold-blooded revenge triple.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Fears. This one for 3. The Rockets pull it in.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
And there it is for him.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Here's Fears. To the paint. Pass to Jones. Now Bay. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Shepherd. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. One question facing the league here, Tim. How do you make the All-Star game more competitive?
Well, BA, the tournament structure seemed to help a bit, but until just a competitive mentality around the game changes, I think the only thing you can do is maybe up the ante as far as prize money. I do think that did seem to matter for the NBA Cup.
Having done a few of those games, care factor's low. They could improve on that.
I completely agree. It seemed to matter a lot more back when I played.
Yeah, when I watch Reed Shepherd play, I'm sometimes reminded of John Stockton. The type of handle and the way he goes to the cup, quicker and more athletic than he appears. You know, I know that's big shoes to fill, but I just like the similarities and the intensity.
And we've heard some coaches complain about short turnarounds on back-to-backs legs. Would you like to see more done there?
Well, for those late starts when you arrive at the hotel at 2 or 3 in the morning and you've got to play the next night, those are certainly rough. But I feel like the league has done all they can, eliminating back-to-backs as much as they can. And certainly there's an emphasis on recovery and rest at all costs.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
Pass to Fears. On the wing, Jones, guarded by Durant. To halt the run, and the dunk by Jones.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Now here's Durant. They double-team Durant. Here's Okogie. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
The Pelicans call timeout. And one of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Kevin Durant.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there. Here's Fears. And with players now able to earn money at the collegiate level, what does that do for the NBA legs?
Well, I do think overall it's a good thing. As a former college athlete myself, I love to see these guys get rewarded, and possibly you get to the league, you're a little bit more polished and grown up.
Bottom line is you may have made some money, but when you have a chance to play against the best of the best, that's why you go pro.
There's nothing like it.
Now here's Şengün. They double him with Bey. The jump hook, and Şengün puts it in. Şengün's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
Pass to Jones. And stolen by Holiday.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left in the final quarter. Here's Şengün. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, good physical play from the big man. Şengün refused to be stopped.
Shooting for Houston. Alperon Şengün. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Şengün, no good on the free throw. Well, Tim, with the new CBA, we're likely to see a lot more multi-team trades just to make the money work.
Yeah, B.A., it's more complicated than ever to trade guys straight up. So now teams have to find ways to make moves that involve bringing in an extra team to absorb salaries.
Those puzzle pieces just got a lot more complicated.
So hard to figure it out.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Rockets.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Kevin Durant.
Really impressive what he did tonight. Total control of the offense, dropping dimes. They're going to look for him to lead the way again tonight.
Here's Fears. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. They still need this. Connects from downtown.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Davison. Here's Shepard. Here's Şengün. He's covered by Bey. Clock at 4. Here's Şengün. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Here's Fears. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Now that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Well, even with a bigger defender on him, he was undeterred.
Here's Shepard. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
KD, you were able to clamp down defensively as the game wore on. What was the key there?
Well, we stayed patient. We contested shots. They hit some tough ones early on. And I think in the pick and roll, we made a solid adjustment. And we turned that around. Coach made a great adjustment, and we was able to get rebounds and go.
The patience was so important. It paid off. Thanks, KD.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce,